How you guys doing? It's Yvonne here. I thought I'd come on right now and show you how to make a really simple children's card. I'm always making Christmas cards or Halloween cards or whatever. I don't have little children. My grandkids are a little older. So, but the baby's 10. She's not that young yet, but old. But anyway, nothing for this. But I thought I would share it with you because I really like it. What you'll need for this is a piece of cardstock white. I cut it at 4 by 5 1/4. And in this particular case, for the base, I'm going to layer it. This is 5 1/2 by 11. 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And this is what we're going to build on here. Now, what you're going to need is a circle punch. I use the 1-inch circle punch. You can use a circle die. You can take a bottle, make a circle, cut it by hand. If you have a cutting machine, you can cut it on the cutting machine. As far as the electronic cutting machine I'm talking about, as long as it's circle, okay? And it's a great way to use your scraps too. So this is all pieces of scraps that I had. I have a section that I have all colors in for my scraps, and that's what I had that in. So all you do at this point, all I'm going to do is, you can do it whichever way you want, but let's say I just want to kind of give myself an idea of how I want my kind of swirl. But you can do this by eyeballing it. You do not have to use it the way I do. In this particular case, you can use white glue. I'm going to use a glue dot just because I have it there and I can. So I'm going to start from the bottom. No particular color, any color will do. It'd be best if you don't put two of the same colors, but it's up to you how many. Now, how many, you were wondering how many to cut? I cut out, I think about 10. I didn't really count them per se. And I'll see, I may use them all 10 and I may not use all 10. It just depends. Kids will love this. You know, small children, you know, grade 1, 2, whatever, even younger. It just going to give them, put a big smile on their face. I particularly think. It's an old school type of card. As in, when I mean old school, is that I'm sure you've seen this before, but just kind of gives it a different little twist to it, right? How much you had there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I have more than 6. Let me put on a pink. We go here, 7. Oops, no, this one's a little too far back. 7. Okay. Keep the green one. 7. Nope, I'm going to punch some more. 7. Just because I can. No other reason but that. I'll probably punch too many here, but and I'll cut ones here. Like I said, I'm doing this one on the fly with you guys. So I'm going to continue on those colors. So I'm just using regular dots here, glue dots, nothing. Like I said, you can use wet glue if you want. You know, you don't have to build it this way. Okay, where am I? I got green. And I have, what do I have? I have orange, brown, whatever, that gold. See how quick it's falling together? Do you have a pretty good idea what I'm doing? I bet you do. But just in case you don't, pink. I knew there was a color missing. Gotta have that pink. Because this being the way it is, you could even, if you're a card maker, you could even do them ahead of time, because this is such a versatile color, and you can do them with bold. I did more in pastels, but then, you know, you can give them out as a gift, you know. Okay, so this is all I would need. Now, just to give you an idea, because like I said, nothing is etched in, depending how you separate them, whatever, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got 13. And it's the 13th of September. Well, there you go. There's a magic number. So I have this. Okay, this is perfect. I took out a happy birthday out of just a random Sorry, but that stamp set that I had actually comes from a Gorgeous. It's called Gorgeous, and it's all stuff for girls. But I kind of like the font on it, and I thought it would probably go all right. I add that right here like that. Happy birthday, perfect. And so that's done. Now you're going to say, well, I think I know what it is. It's a caterpillar. Yeah, it's a caterpillar. Looks like a caterpillar, is a caterpillar. So what I'm going to do, I want to add some eyes. I'm going to grab my mini dots, anything you want, but I'm going to take, I had two black rhinestones here I'm going to use for the eyes, but you can use whatever you like. Pearls, you could use pearls, regular. Just take a black marker, Sharpie marker, and color them, and you will have yourself a couple of eyes. Or you could use googly eyes if you wanted to. It's as simple as that. Now that I've done all that, I am going to take a black pen. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just a black pen that you have, or a fine marker. I'm going to use, on this case, Faber-Castell, and I have extra small here. It's just a regular small tip. The smaller the better. And I'm just going to draw its legs. And where I'm drawing them, not drawing them, I'm just pulling down legs like this, is in between each thing, each piece. It's like they have a leg, like that. Oops. I'm showing in front of me, right here. And then I'm going to make two antennas here. So I'm going to do one, and I'm going to do two. And then I'm going to take a couple of rhinestones here that I have that are not black. And to show you what I mean, I'm just going to take this. And maybe I'll take the other side. Sharpie will probably. I have a Sharpie here somewhere. Just pulled it out. Here we go. And I love my Sharpies. Or if you had a little bit of black, or if I wanted to, I could make two dots. Whichever. I kind of like the black. Like this. While it dries, I'm just going to take my handy dandy little tweezers here. And these tweezers, guys, if you're really looking for funny tweezers to work your stuff, go where the cross stitch is. Or when I used to do a lot of embroidery with my sewing machine, embroidery machine, sometimes I'd have to grab on to some threads that had jump loops or whatever, and that's exactly what I used. And I use it all the time for my crafts here, because I find it just perfect. And if you kind of want those legs to be a little thicker, just grab yourself a little thicker marker. I'll show you. It doesn't have to be all, 100%. This is just like a little fine marker, okay? And I'm just going to show you what I mean. See, it doesn't look bad like that either. It's just a little line coming down to show caterpillars have all kinds of lines, right? That's what that is right there. And those are the eyes. Googly eyes would look cute in there, I think. And let's say you have a birthday or something. The number could go right here for whatever birthday you have. You could take out you could cut out numbers, you could stamp them, you could do what you want. And there you have it. You would have a pretty little card, pretty stinking cute little card. All I'm going to do now is take my good old glider gun. I don't know you guys, if ever you guys, what your feedback is on the Scotch Advanced Tape Glider. I have mixed feelings with this. Sometimes it works like a charm. Sometimes I struggle with them. And when I mean struggle is that my tape ends up, and I use 3M tape, so it's not like I'm using bogus tape. It'll get stuck inside here and it'll roll over itself. Just extremely annoying, especially how, it's expensive enough for glue without having to lose a foot or two because it didn't pick up well. Here is where I struggle, guys. I only have one eye, and my eye I see in a funnel. So I have no vision in my right eye, but my left eye I can see in a funnel. So the only thing that I have a problem, biggest problem I have, is to line up things because I see it in a wave, and doesn't quite work. Doesn't quite work as good. All right. Now, what do you think of that? This is sweet. Just one moment. I'll get a base card. I'm just having a little. I'm just getting a little idea. Instead of putting it on a white background, card for this. Let me see. If I 4 1/4. If I cut my card horizontally this way, and let me fold it here. I don't know about you guys, but when I get to fold my cards, I love to use my cutter, because you know how you have an edge? You have an edge right here, or right here, maybe you can see better. But when I push my cardstock, it literally lines it up. So then when I make my card, it's nice and square. I like that. It's a good idea. Now I'll put it this way instead of instead of a card up and down like that. I like that. I like that a lot. Now, if you wanted to, you could cut this a little smaller, and then you'd have like 3 layers. So let me show you. Let's say I want to change my mind and I want to just bring it down. I think I can. I'll just take my safety off of this for a second. And I just want to cut out a little bit so I'll be able to, I still see the yellow, but perfect. Love it when a plan falls together, huh? So I'm just making this card as I'm going along. I pretty much always do my cards this way. I'm not a huge pre-planner. I like making case. I'll see an idea and I'll case the idea, but I will, from memory, I'll go with that. I just can't seem to. Okay, I want to have some lift on this, so I'm just going to take the dollar store. What do they call this again? The dollar store mounting tape. You have, I don't know how many yards, quite a few yards for $1. I can't, I think it's as good as the 3M. The only thing that I don't like is if I'm making a shaker card and I want to cut it in half. Oh my God, it's quite a struggle because it's quite a sticky tape, and it's quite a struggle to cut it in half, which when you cut your 3M, there's no issue at all to cut it. Okay, so I have, this is enough. I'm just going to add this to my card like this. So let's hope that it's aligned. Look at that. What a sweet, sweet card. Can you see? That is so simple and sweet. A child will appreciate that. You can put a sentiment in there that you like. And we have ourselves a card. I hope you've enjoyed this little project. I'll see you soon. Take care and be happy.